So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the apertures and the attenuator that's included with your Monet. You'll notice that you have 3 aperture attachments, a 2mm, a 4mm, and a 6mm. And then we have the attenuator, which is going to block out about 50% of the output of the laser. And so you might want to use this again if you're into deep or pink dentin and you feel that you're close to the pulp. And again, we'll take the laser and just slide the battery into it. And I'll show you a demonstration with the 2mm attenuator in place. And again, this would be useful if we're placing veneers onto a patient and we want to tack cure it in the middle so that we leave our resin cement uncured around the periphery of the veneer for easier cleanup. Of course, if you like the idea, you could also use the 4mm if you wanted something that wasn't quite so pinpoint. But again, keep in mind that all this is doing is giving you a very narrowly focused 2mm laser beam of the same intensity as the regular laser. And to show you this, we'll go ahead and put it on our built-in tester on the base, and we'll get our aiming beam going. And if we watch those lights on the top, when I get it centered, you'll see that all four lights are going to light up when I get it right over that chip. And so again, you don't have to be that precise when you're tack curing a veneer into place. You just put it where you want it to go, and right in the center is where that 2mm beam is going to come out. But you'll notice that all 4 of those lights still light up. So it's the same power, the same output that you would normally get with the laser, the same 3-second cure. It's just taking that and focusing into a much smaller beam. And again, your choices are 2mm, 4, or 6mm. Now, if we put the attenuator on the end of the laser, this is the one that you'll notice has the filter in it. And this is actually going to decrease the output that's coming out. So again, I will center this. We'll get the laser, the focus beam on, and we'll center it over the testing site. You'll notice that we get 2, and sometimes just that 3rd one might peak on a little bit. So we're getting 50% or just slightly over 50% based on how I move it. But we will never, with the attenuator on, see it light all the way up. So if you're in an area where you feel like, oh, you don't want to deliver full power because you are in fact right next to the pulp chamber, the attenuator is a great thing to be able to use. So when might you use the 4mm aperture? Well, a good time to use it might be if you're doing a class 5 restoration that actually goes right up against the soft tissue, and you decide that you want to cure that composite but not necessarily cure the soft tissue because that's not going to do anything. And we know that blue laser actually is absorbed well by soft tissue. So we can put the attenuator on. When we turn the focus beam on, again, we're just going to see it coming out of that 4mm aperture, which allows us to point it right at the composite itself and then actually fire the laser at that spot. So we're concentrating all our energy onto the class 5 resin itself instead of the gingiva. It's not that it's going to do damage to the gingiva, it's just that we want to ensure that all the power from the curing laser is going to the composite so that it does get cured in that 3-second cure. And that's a quick look at the apertures and the attenuator for the Monet laser.